This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Rides to the back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Reels it in. There he goes. At the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long game. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Back to pass on 2nd down. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Brown. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Defenses understand I got to take away my throwing lanes and then react to that running back. But what does the QB do? Checks the ball down, thinks his running back can make the play in space. The defense says absolutely not. Breaks him the football, gets him down on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
Looking for a crease, it's Scott. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The running back has it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Right back to the well. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, 3rd down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those 3rd downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that 3rd down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle that, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission. Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Scott. Stopped right there.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Out wide right, it's Scott. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. He's got the first down. Turns it on at midfield. Breaks free at the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cardinals. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes a handoff. It's Scott. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. As we get a look at the numbers so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Louisville!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
On the ground, it's gone.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Bailey. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Powers through the defender. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Going downfield for the big play. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
And these balls thrown way down the field. This is a lot of times where you see those pass interference or receivers adjusting to the ball and DBs not. This time you could tell the defender did a great job understanding where the ball was going, got his hand on it, made sure the receiver couldn't make the play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Finds his man. It's Jackson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. And because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. Churns into the pile. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. They'll give it to him again. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last two plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. Tough run here. It's Scott. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
Well, I love the fight from this offense on this drive especially, and they've been physical, and they've had a lot of success moving it down the field, running the football. They're trailing by 2 possessions. Down in the red zone, third down here. This is critical. They have got to be able to score a touchdown and cut this thing and make it a one-possession game. It'll be interesting to see what they dial up on third down now.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to need to see from this offense, man. Once the field starts to shrink, you get on this side of the field, you're down by 10 points, man. You need to put the ball in the end zone. Like, you're thinking touchdown, not field goal. And they really got to be physical, establish this run game, and do everything they can to get 7 on this drive.
Quick give. It's Douglas. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Sends it back in motion. Quarterback will keep it. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's third and goal and third and long. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making the adjustment. They'll send the back in motion. On third and goal, they'll throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
From deep, it's Brown. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Foley. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Hey, man, guys, we talked about this guy coming into the game, right? He is good, and he can catch the football. He can make plays. That's his first target on the day. And I think the defense is just as surprised as we are, but the offense definitely got to get this guy more involved.
Hand off, Isaac Brown. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Throws to the wideout. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Man, and that wasn't a miss by much. And listen, as a quarterback, you don't want to miss inside. That's for sure where the danger is. But he leads him just a little bit too far out of bounds. You can tell receiver tries to throttle down, tries to get those feet in, but he couldn't.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The run inside. It's Scott. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Fresh center downs going to the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. He'll put toe together and get this second half started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Right down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Safe little shovel pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Great job by the defense there tackling the catch. If that receiver breaks a tackle, he's getting the 1st down. So nice job by the defense surrounding the ball carrier and getting him to the ground.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Offense is headed back out on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Gashing the D on the right. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And now this offense will take the field again. On the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Breaks through, it's Scott. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a 1st down, and it'll be 4th. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or you say, hey, QB, the thing out there.
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver comes in motion. He breaks a tackle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it's on 4th down.
The Cardinals will punt this one away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. No room to bring it back. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The RPO got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
To the air, it's Bailey. Got his man on the right. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Second and long here. They'll give it to Brown. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Brown again. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tells to run, wants to pass. Look out! They get to him as he throws.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Long way to go on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Scott. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Handoff again. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Right side, it's Foley. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Snaps it in the shotgun. Left side is Richardson. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
And the Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. 2nd down, going to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Almost had a pick in the end zone.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the middle. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. It's good. That'll close the gap to 14.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. They'll start on the ground with Brown. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Second down, gonna throw it. Rush is on. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Again, it's Brown. Fighting off the defender. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's 3rd and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on 4th.
Cardinals will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Cardinals will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes the catch at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. The 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business.
And it's nice to play defense when you know it's a passing situation. They've got to throw the football. They don't have another option. You could tell they took advantage of that, played great D, broke on the football, and forced the INT and put one nail in the coffin.
Trying to run, it's Brown. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And target coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to be that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.